Hi, it's Dr. Elisha Van Dusen at New Hope Chiropractic again, and this is part two of why you may be gaining more weight and feel like you have no control over it. And as I mentioned in the first part before, um, people in this country, Americans, are much heavier than they were even 30, 25, 30, 40 years ago. And these are some of the reasons why, some more reasons why. So another factor is toxins. Over 100,000 new chemicals have been introduced into the market since World War II, and these chemical toxins are now being shown to cause hormone dysregulation. They promote weight gain within the body. In fact, many of these chemicals are considered to be obesogens. Toxins can be broken down into two categories: environmental toxins, non-living ones, and biotoxins, or living toxins. So environmental toxins bioaccumulate within our bodies when we're exposed to heavy metals, plastics, paints, new carpets, household cleaning supplies, cosmetics, and more substances like that. And the Centers for Disease Control found 287 chemicals in the umbilical cord blood of newborn infants. Over 200 of these chemicals were neurotoxic, and many were obesogens. They caused obesity, in other words. And the number of airborne chemicals are 10 times greater indoors than outdoors, which is especially troubling considering the amount of time that we spend indoors in our homes, our offices, and classrooms over a lifetime. Biotoxins come in the form of viruses, unhealthy bacteria, yeasts, parasites, mold exposure, and the like. And can toxins actually make you fat? Well, the answer is yes, absolutely. A study published in The Lancet showed that environmental toxins do contribute to abnormal metabolic function, and in 2/3 of Americans, toxins were central metabolic disruptors and contributed to the accumulation of body fat. And biotoxins and environmental toxins alike can cause hormone signaling problems, and that can cause thyroid issues, low energy levels, messes up your metabolism, so the end result is weight gain. Also, sugar overload is a huge factor. In the early 1900s, the average American had less than 20 grams of sugar per day. Nowadays, we consume over 100 grams of sugar. This taxes your body's organs and cells and can create a lot of systemic damage. Sugar increases dangerous low-density lipoproteins, LDL, in other words, particles, along with atherogenic cardiovascular risk factors. And it's just about as addictive as nicotine, alcohol, or even recreational drugs like cocaine and heroin. Sugar is really one of the most addictive things there is. It's easily converted and stored in fat, and with its overconsumption, it leads to a phenomenon called insulin resistance. When you eat high sugar or starch-containing meals or treats, your body doesn't receive the proper signals to feel full, and before you know it, you eat more and more, and you overeat. Also, a sugar diet that's high in sugar causes leptin resistance, and that's directly connected to increased cravings and weight gain. So you eat more and more. Also, genetically modified foods is a problem. They're a problem too with weight gain. While your current body condition may not be your fault, it's your responsibility, or rather an opportunity, to change. Here are some of the biggest challenges with some of the so-called foods that we're eating, and I use the term food loosely here, because what we think are foods are really poisons disguised as food. Our consumption of grain-based oils like vegetable fats has skyrocketed, and amazingly these fats aren't derived from vegetables at all. They're actually coming from genetically modified canola, soy, and corn oils. These GMO-containing grains and seeds can cause imbalances with our bodies, and that can lead to weight gain. Today, 43% of our food budgets are spent on fast food and takeout meals, compared to just 13% back in 1929. And what's even more staggering, a study published in the BMJ Open Journal found that 58% of the average American's daily energy intake comes from ultra-processed foods. These are things like cakes, white breads, and diet sodas. So there's actually some good news here. What's the good news with all this? You can actually learn how to make your genes work for you to create a body transformation, burn fat, boost your brain, and feel amazing. The foods you eat, the thoughts you think, and the lifestyle you live change the environment in and around your cells. And this environment will modify DNA expression, and it's called your epigenome. And the ability to transform your body fat and body composition at the cellular level is really exciting, and one of the most exciting ways and dramatic ways that you can change the way you feel and the way you look, and just get rid of that long-standing fat and obesity that you've been trying to get rid of for years and years and haven't been able to. And also remember to get yourself adjusted on a regular basis chiropractically, because properly functioning nervous system, which controls everything, will also be key in losing that weight and keeping it off. So with that, have a healthy day, and be sure to check us out at newhopechiropractic.com.